Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Friday, May 30th, 2025. You may follow me on the Attack, the Tube, the Lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the Pinterest, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use Rare Rebel. You can find this deck on Etsy. This is an oracle deck with a few tarot cards that she threw in there. She also has a tarot deck. Okay, hold on. We got one on the table. Two on the table. I love it. We got three on the table. I forgot that me and the girls aren't meeting until a little bit later, so I figure I could do at least one read, at least. We got five on the table. Six on the table. Two more shuffles. We got seven with bottom of the deck. We've got Evil Eye. Let it go. Now the tree has totally oversprouted and I can barely see anything going on in the neighbor's yard, which is good because then they can't really see me either. But, it's like I hear noises and I'm like, I can't see anything. We got Don't Hate, Create. We got Gossip. We got Sacral Chakra. We got New Direction. And bottom of the deck, New Love. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. We already I always hate saying it, but we already had something really similar to this, right? It's still out there. It's still in the energy. I mean, everything's in the energy, right? We're all energy. Everything's energy. Everything repeats. Everything's on a cycle. If you believe someone is sending you the evil eye, let it go. And I'm not saying don't protect yourself. I'm not saying, like, sorry, I got my phone on because just in case the girls text me. Um, I'm not saying don't protect yourself. I'm not saying, don't do a return to sender. Do a return to sender if that's what you want to do. Sage your house, Palo Santos your house. Do a cord cut, right? Salt the outside of your home, salt your doors. I actually was thinking about doing that. Like if you feel the need to protect yourself, okay? There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't do that. They're just saying, God's just saying, I'm just saying, let go. Like, naughty witches are going to be naughtying, right? Like, evil witches are going to keep being evil. There's not a damn thing you can do about that. All of that, once you take that kind of thing into your own hands, you turn into the evil witch, right? And I'm just saying this as an example. I'm not saying that I see witches or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, somebody's sending you the evil eye and you're like, oh, they're going to get their karma. Well, that's for God to decide. That's not for anybody else to decide. That's, that's the universe. That's give and take, push and pull, right? Like everything has to equal itself out, right? Just for my own peace of mind, I guess. Peace of mind? I don't know. For my own mental health, like I would let it go. Like I can't be thinking about who's sending me evil eye. I can't be thinking about who doesn't like me, who hates me, who wants to, red rum me. I can't be thinking about that. I don't care. It's just like it's just like when we talk about um like people popping up on our social media and like why are they looking at our stuff, when we haven't talked to them in like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Why are you on my stuff looking at my stuff? That doesn't even make me want to go look at theirs. If anything, it makes me even more disinterested. The only time I ever really go on past people's social media to see what's going on is because I either get a sense that there's something wrong or I just get a sense like something's changing, like something in the air is changing and it makes me wonder, like, are they gone? Did they move? Like every once in a while I'll get that urge to look at somebody's social media, but seeing somebody looking at mine is not usually what makes me go look at somebody else's. Like I said, if anything, it makes me more disinterested. Oh, pardon me. Because I have my own things to do. I don't. Okay, I always say I don't have time. It's not even that I don't have time. I have time. I can spare 5 minutes to go look at somebody's Facebook page and see if there's anything on there. See if anything's changed. I could. I don't want to. My time is better spent elsewhere. On me. On my cats. On what little friends I have. You know? And don't hate on them. Whoever these evil eye people are. Whoever these gossipers, we're going to talk about that in a second. Don't hate on them. Feel sorry for them. I'm going to say something and it's going to sound mean, but I don't really, I mean, I do mean it, but they're losers. They're losers. Like, think about it. Who spends all their time following someone else on social media, never reaching out, never talking to them, never saying, "Hey, it's Betty from the 5th grade. Remember me? I've been watching your TikTok for, 2 years." Nobody says anything. Nobody ever reaches out and actually says anything. Why they're watching is beyond me. And when I see people in my suggested friends list and my feed and all that stuff, I seriously just think like losers. Like and I'm not, I'm really not trying to be mean. It just again, like, do you not have better things to do with your time? I mean, I'd rather be sleeping. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But and it's not even a feeling of like, oh, I'm above it, I'm above you, I'm more superior. It's not even that. It's just like, and I've been honest. Like, was it was it the beginning of this year or was it like last year? I can't even remember, honestly, because I go for such long periods of time. The last time I looked at the ex best friend's Facebook page to see if anything was different, I want to say it was like January, February, somewhere. I want to say, because I want to say I remember seeing something with like hearts, like somebody was getting ready for Valentine's Day. I want to say like end of January, beginning of February. The last time I looked at her page, and the last time I looked at it before that was probably the spring ish, like later spring ish, I want to say. So, like maybe now ish, but last year in 2024. I mean, when you think about it, I went like almost a year without looking at it. Because again, unless I feel like this urge to go, like either there's something wrong or like something's really saying like, hey, just go look, like just go look and see. I don't. I just don't. And it's funny because when I first stopped talking to her and I was healing and I started my journey and all that jazz, I really thought in the back of my head like I was going to be on there like once a week every day looking at social media. Where is she? What's she doing? The thing was is I was so absolutely heartbroken at the time by everything that transpired between us, by everything that I knew, everything that I found out, the way that she treated me, the sexual assaults. uh, I was so heartbroken to realize that basically 30, probably probably at least 15 years of that 30-year friendship was probably a lie. I, and I'm not kidding, I'm assuming at least 15 years of that 30-year plus friendship was a lie. And I was just healing from that, and everything else I had going on. I didn't feel it necessary to follow up and keep track of her, you know? The funny thing was it wasn't even in the back of my mind, cuz I don't think I looked her up for the first time until it was like the fall of 2023. It was like a year, almost a year since I had seen her or talked to her when I looked her up the first time. I'm pretty sure. I think. Granted, my memory is not the best in regards to that, but it's not something at all I would lie about because I don't feel like you need to lie about those kinds of things. Like, and I would just I would just go look at her page under my own thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like like I don't care. I don't care. I don't need to create a fake account to go look at somebody's account. Why would I bother even doing that? I looked at your account. So what? Big deal. you know Something in my brain said, hey, go go look at her account. I went and looked at her account. I don't know what that is, but some cranberry juice with water. Finally got rid of that sugar-free stuff. God, that stuff was nasty. The no sugar added is so much better. Yeah, I don't feel the need to lie about it. If I want to go look, I'll go look. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, I don't. There's no reason to. And it was funny because the reason why I went and I looked in January, February is I was watching a read and somebody was talking about like, oh, somebody that you used to love but you haven't been in contact with, someone that hurt you like really bad, like they're gonna pass on or something. Something like that. They said something like that. And I got like the chills down my back, and that's why I went and I looked. Otherwise I wouldn't have looked, you know? But I'm not gonna lie about it. Who cares? You know? I'm never gonna pretend to be someone or something that I'm not. You know, that's for her to do, you know? She's the one that wears the mask 24/7, not me. I've always been Kim. And granted, I change, right? I evolve. I'm human, you know? But I've always been Kim. And I'm always going to tell the truth and I'm always going to be honest. And, you know, you're not, then I guess you're not, you know? Anyway, I'm just saying, don't hate. Just honestly, when you're able, feel sad for them because constantly trying to send someone evil eye and hate, that's sad. Like that's a sad little thing right there. That I don't consider that person a human, but that's a sad little thing right there. All right, the gossip. So you could have one person, you could have multiple, right? Gossip implies multiple people gossiping amongst each other. So you could technically have multiple people sending you the evil eye, multiple people gossiping, something about your sexuality. Now, sacral chakra, you know, ooh, spicy, you know, this is your spiciness, your inner spiciness. They could be talking about that. They could be talking about how you're not that. They could be talking in reference to anything having to do with your body because you also have the naughty bits, right? So they could be talking anything in reference to or having to do with sex, sexual energy, or lack thereof. And again, it could be that you put off so much sexual energy that, you know, they look at you as like, and I'm going to put it in a very nice way, like a lady of the evening or a man of the evening. I don't know what would I call a woman. A male I could just say gigolo. I don't think that's not allowed on here. A man I could say gigolo, but what can I say for a woman? Is it wrong to say prostitute? um or like I said, the exact opposite. Like you're not a sexual being, you know, you're more like chaste. You stick to yourself. You know, maybe you're like me and you've been celibate for a while. They could be talking about that if they know, right? They would be talking about what they last knew of you. So if they don't have any new information on you, if they don't have any new information to gossip about, they're just going to gossip about stupid shit from the past. Like you could not even be in that same energy, you know? You're headed in a new direction. You're headed towards new love. Now, I'm just going to say it, the new love card, when it came out, my first thought was that someone is finding like an appreciation for self-love, if that makes sense. Not that this person wouldn't have always loved themselves, but just reaffirming how much they love themselves over others, right? And there's, again, absolutely nothing wrong with that. We're taught that we should take care of and love everybody else, but they forget to tell you to take care of and love yourself. And we forget, right? Because we get so busy with everybody else. But it's okay to find a new love in yourself, if that makes sense. You know, to become infatuated with your own energy as opposed to someone else's. There's nothing wrong with that. Something. Okay. I just got the little warning that it needs to charge. I'll probably have to switch to my other iPad before I start the other video. Yeah, the other iPad. I don't want to do that. I just saw windmills. Like, I don't know, maybe you live on a farm or like maybe a non-working farm, right? Or you grew up on one, or you have a friend or a family member that has one and they have windmills. And like the old-fashioned one, not like the big turbine metal looking ones, not like that. These are like the old-fashioned, like where you have the four post and you have the windmill at the top. I saw like three or four of them. Three of them? Okay, and I don't think I've ever gotten this before. This gossip card. Okay, these are two feminine energies, right? This feminine energy in the front looks like she has like blonde hair. And I don't know why, but like I keep looking at her. Um if you're in competition with a feminine, I mean whether you know it or not, if you're in competition with a feminine, this is someone very fake. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying like this is someone like they dye their hair, they might wear wigs, extensions, they might get their eyelashes done all the time. They might even like do pencil and eyebrow as opposed to like growing actual hair. This is someone that could like go get their lips injected, every what is it, every couple weeks, every couple months. They might get their wrinkles injected, that kind of thing, if that makes sense. Like just a very there's a difference between like that's what you want to look like and you do it and you look great and you're a nice person, right? There's another difference when you put on the mask and you're still nasty energy. There's a difference. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope the message resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a great day and or evening. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.